So it looks like we're getting a new Marvel game in 2025. It's going to be called Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. And pretty much the key superheroes are going to be featured in this particular game are Captain America and the Black Panther. The game setting's supposed to be in Paris, and it's going to be taking place within the World War II time period. And I think it's going to be like set like 2 years before World War II ends. And this is something that's actually a pretty big deal because you look at video games like right now, and it seems like Marvel has had like the upper hand with all the games that has come out recently. The most recent high-profile video game that we got in Marvel related was Marvel Spider-Man 2, and that was a massive success. We do know that we're supposed to be getting a new Wolverine game and a new Blade game, which is supposed to be coming out on the PS5 sometime in 2025. Or we're led to believe that next year is going to be the time that those two games are going to be released. And then we got this game, and the reason why like all that is important is because you look at DC and their games. We haven't had any really like big DC games that were like off the charts that got the type of I don't know. It didn't have the type of success as some of the more recent Marvel games. And I mean by that, you look at Gotham Knights and you look at Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Like both of those games fell below a lot of people's expectations. And I think part of that is because they decided to kill Batman off and not have like a lot of DC related games focus on Batman because remember over a decade ago, like when it came down to superhero action adventure games, Batman was like the main attraction, and now it seems like Spider-Man's the main attraction, and it seems like Marvel games get more like mainstream attention than that of DC, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense that a Captain America related video game is going to be released next year because we're supposed to be getting a Captain America movie, Brave New World, that's supposed to be coming out in 2025 as well, and it's going to be the first major Captain America movie that we gotten since Captain America: Civil War, which came out back in 2016. It's hard to believe that it's been almost a decade since that movie came out, and that movie was one that was probably one of the bigger like Marvel movies to come out during the teens decade because I believe it had like a budget of around. It was like somewhere between like 200 and 250 mil, and box office wise, it did over 1 billion. And honestly, a lot of people go on record and tell you that was probably one of the better Marvel movies that we've gotten in like the past like 15, 20 years or what have you. Really depends on who you ask, but a lot of people go on record and say that was one of the better Marvel movies outside of anything Spider-Man related that we've gotten within the past decade or so. But as far as Marvel 1943 is concerned, Rise of Hydra, pretty much is supposed to be heavily narrative driven. It's gonna be an action adventure game, and we haven't seen any like official gameplay footage or anything like that. We've seen cut scenes and all that stuff, but that's just about it. Um, Hopefully, we'll learn more depth about the game itself as time goes by, and I'm not exactly sure whether or not this is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive or if it's going to be on multiple game systems. Um, Honestly, I don't see any harm in having this game on PC or anything like that, um, unless they feel like it's appropriate to keep it on PlayStation 5 for the most part because PlayStation 5 is really hot right now as far as the console is concerned, and there ain't too many people buying Xbox Series X's to the same extent as they're buying PS5s or anything like that, and for the most part, I don't think this is a first party game or anything like that. So it'd be cool if this game appeared on more than just the PlayStation 5. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But there's a lot of people who are Captain America fans, who might be Marvel fans, or just fans of action adventures in general, who are going to look forward to this game. And hopefully, this game is not a letdown. But it seems like most Marvel games nowadays don't seem to be much of a letdown, even though Marvel is not the same as it was before, the teens decade or anything like that. It seems like the popularity of Marvel movies and shows has grown, such is the case with X Men '97. Um, a lot of people. I don't know. A lot of people seem to be into Marvel for whatever reason, more so than ever. And I know it's mainly just Spider Man, but it does seem like Marvel has been putting out more compelling stuff than DC for the most part. And we're just gonna have to wait and see how long that trend continues.